Good morning, guys. How are you? Let's play some World of Horror. Should we do the school scissors? We're getting pretty good at that one. How's the volume? Seems a little loud. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your own dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. Stop the mystery. I wish I could have gotten a weapon. You knew your friend was up to something when he left you his notebook full of cryptic notes. I could send her back to where she belongs, he claimed. After he disappeared too, you decide to study the notebook for clues. Its details a ritual that can stop the wicked woman once and for all. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. So weird ass star. How many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pointed star with that weird poop line. Okay. I'm back. We can only hope your friend has left them somewhere around the school. Okay. I don't wanna. Minus reason. Impossible angles and seemingly moving lines make your head spin. Needs Akumi ally. Damn it. How is this possible? Minus 1 reason. You found the additional page from your friend's diary. It seems that the blessed chalk was left in the pool. You must hurry and find it. You enter the damp-smelling sports wing. You notice a backpack drifting on a swimming board in the middle of the pool. Could it be what you're looking for? You enter the pool and start swimming towards your backpack. Suddenly, the water turns murky and you realize you're not alone. A bloated figure emerges from the murky water, blocking your only way out of the pool. Look at those man titties. Damn. I don't have a fucking weapon, so... Take the shit out of him. Where is he going? Is he giving me a blowjob? Jesus, I'm just like dwindling already. This is bad. Hey fam, what's up? Could you please tell me how the audio is? I need some help here. My cat needs to get out of the room. What's up? How are you? Good morning. Um. Okay. Have you heard of this game? Found the blessed chalk. Oh shit. It's really fun. That's what it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so like you go on different missions trying to resolve events, and you have a certain amount of everything, stats and everything. Do you have any spells? I need to use this. But you, sorry, I keep getting distracted. You said she would do everything to be with you, even if that meant to cheat death itself. What the fuck? Who's this stalker girl? Oh god. Okay. Kick the shit out of stalker girl really quick. I'm gonna die before even getting there, huh? I should play quick play instead so it's a little easier. Jeez, she's strong. Look at me, I'm dying. Have I eaten anything? I have not. Have you? I got my coffee. You should eat something. It's good for you. We should both eat something, huh? Yeah. Ray, no, I'm surviving this final boss. Is the music too loud for the music? For the game? Mass slowly takes shape. Soon it becomes a tall, woman-like creature with 3 faces, all connected by a wide smile. Now is your chance to fight and defeat this horror. It is your only chance. Twitching and twisting, the demon woman enters the classroom, cackling menacingly. Am I beautiful? I am not surviving this one, fam. I have to kill her in 2 more hits, otherwise I'm dead. Okay. What do you think about eating for lunch? Holy shit, I did it. Ancient horror lies dying on the classroom floor, slowly dissolving into nothingness. You should eat like a sandwich. Those are good for you. You find your friend, gravely wounded but alive. You help him and limp away from the school as the police sirens get louder. Spine-chilling story of the school scissors ending A. Okay, so we won. You don't have any food? Why? Go to the grocery store. Yo, I'm also poor. Same. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. Rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago are awakening and the earth starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your own dwindling sanity, you'll investigate these mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. The missing stars. Media reports on various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about the stars disappearing from the night at night? Night sky from the night at night? Casting spell raises dooms instead of its normal cost. Backstory, World of Horror. Okay. Okay, he's a smoker. It's bad for you, dude. Check your mailbox. It is empty. So you're just not allowed to eat? I'm sorry. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to think. We are so shocked after what she did. Her voice was always so calm. Ugh, what's that? Five mysteries. Let's do lab results. Rotten report of rancid ramen. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. Oh, I should have read the rest. It's fine. Discard 2 item cards to complete the mini quest. What's Hard Knock? Okay. Watching the local news, you spot a familiar street. There's a feature about the newest ramen shop. Food critic has a manic look as he describes the ramen. His description makes your stomach turn. Do you like ramen? I love ramen. And now he got a fucking knife, so this run will already be better. Hey, I'm really busy today. Let's hang out some other time, okay? Okay. Okay. Investigate the apartments. Find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck on your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? More funds. Let's go back downtown. Blue gem. Okay, let's investigate the apartments again. Well, first let's discard this, I suppose. Allows 2 additional inventory slots. Deals 8 damage to ghost type enemies. Plus 1 perception. I'm gonna get this. Okay. When you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in your mailbox. Check them later. You place the letters on the kitchen table, feeling an anxiety attack coming on. Okay. You stop dead in your tracks by the feeling of cold metal against your back. You look over your shoulder. Recognize me? The Yakuza's face sneers. Let's punch him. You let out a rumbling yell, turning and driving your fist into empty air. There's nobody there, he's gone. Your wild swing sends you stumbling, confused. All of this shit is really starting to get to you. But if you ran into one of these real guys, they'd probably hate your guts just as much. Seems like you're not the only one wanting to try the ramen for yourself. You stand in line for hours, for your questions fall on deaf ears and you're shunned. Investigate downtown. You don't see anyone on the street, and you could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. You'd better hurry out of here. Okay. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover a corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. Okay, everyone is talking about Lost Ark. Is it fun? Dude, seriously, like, everyone of my friends is playing it and has been playing it constantly. They're all obsessed with it. It is free, but have you seen the gigs? It's like 75 gigs. So I know my computer will never be able to run it. Bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man standing in your way. Our company, fortunately, specializes in cases like yours and will gladly help you get back on track after all. Everyone has something to sell. +5 Doom. +2 funds. Oh my god, my PC specs. I have a Radeon. My graphics card is really shitty. It's literally a laptop, so that's what I play on. That's how poor I am. +1 dexterity until the end of the mystery. I need these, honestly. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. A curse? Traumatized? Wow, that's a tough one. What? With a slick hand, you fill a vial with the soup and walk out without tasting the weird dish. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. Oh hey, what's up? What is up? We are doing good. We've finished the first one. A mere day later, your friend rings your door. Her face is pale and in a shaky hand. She holds an analysis sheet. You ushered her in, bolt the door. You feel ill looking at the charts, and you don't... While they couldn't identify some of the particles, they did discover highly addictive drug in the broth. The ramen restaurant must be closed immediately. A week later, police and an unofficial stand where the ramen restaurant used to be. Nothing remains but a gap in the streets and aimless, confused customers. You'd like to believe that this was the end of it, but snippets in the newspaper from other cities unsettle you. Brief articles about an exciting new ramen restaurant opening up and its mysterious owner keep showing up. You can no longer eat noodles without feeling ill. Ending B. Roads closed. You have to find a new way out. Okay. Let's find a small key. Extra stamina, let's... I need reason. Okay. Freaky feature of found footage. Three students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore and legends of the nearby forest. Now, on an anniversary of the event, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator hired by the parents of the students. Except the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he and what did the students discover out there? Three students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about folklore. Maybe you'll find a clue about what their last known whereabouts were in the newspaper. Zero funds. Oh my god, it's Valentine's Day, you guys. Is it fun? Have you played it yet? Trail growing cold. It might be time for a different approach. Knowledge check failure. Complete waste of time. Cool. I'm not gonna say it. The one you mentioned earlier on Steam. Experts are baffled by the sudden appearance of 20 stone statues lined up in a row in the middle of the 000 park. Don't call me that. No, sir. Everyone is everyone in this village is unsettlingly friendly. An old farmer points you to an old stone. The missing group supposedly started their forest trip there. -3 reason, +2 funds. Investigating forest. You have a feeling that you're being watched and you hear a branch snapping. You quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away. Luck check success. It's a creepy scarecrow. Relieved, you decide to leave it in the area just in case. Following the ghastly music, you find yourself in a forest. The sound is getting closer. What the fuck, ribcage woman? I have a firearm, don't I? Okay. Oh, that's a horrible noise. I missed twice. It missed again. Do I not have ammo or something? Should have kept the steak knife. God damn it. Find a pile of human teeth lying on a nearby rock. It's not looking good, fam. In the forest, you hear a faint whimpering in the distance. When you find it, you discovered a wild dog held by the hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly as you help the dog. Plus ally. Yes! We have a puppy now. Look at all. It's said that the famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. Tap into his power. Knowledge check failure. Damn it. The rumored witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at the large hole in the ground. On the tables next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes, each titled after one of the missing friends. Then you hear a curious sound. You kneel down and lean forward to see what's inside the hole. It takes a while to process what you were looking at. It's a gigantic eye staring right at you. Hypnotized when you lean in, feeling weaker and weaker as a gargantuan beast At the very last moment, the suspicious tall man grabs you by the collar. He explains he is part of a cult protecting the house and its mysterious entity below it. You've got a bigger purpose than to die here, he says before knocking you out. You wake up a few hours later on a bus headed back to your town. Ending B. Okay. Shadow casted by the old lighthouse is getting longer each day. Roads closed. Additional floor in the lighthouse. Okay. Take the key. Let's get some reason back. And then Start a new mystery. Okay, that one, everyone says it's really good. Did you like it? Last of Us. You think a laptop could run that, though? Horrible history of household hell. I think it is on PC, right? Otherwise, PS4 and Xbox. There are many old mansions around this town. 000 Manor is one of them. Supposedly haunted by a family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But it is supposedly only one tragic place to their event, tragic event place, stroke. What game store? Probably on, maybe on Steam? If it's not on Steam, then I have no idea. How many funds? We have 2 funds. Why am I investigating? I'm so stupid. Where are all the people? +1 knowledge. Let's get a steak knife, because... Equip. To gain a new level, press the flashing button. Okay, available perks. You advanced. See, I had Watch Dogs for my PS4, but then I sold my PS4 because I'm broke. And then I never got around to playing it, so I sold all my games as well. I play CSGO, that's one of the shooters I play. Fortnite's pretty fun. Sorry, I got confused. Oh my god, rank? Oh, in CSGO? Good lord, I don't even remember. I have like 90 hours only, so it's probably shit. Knowledge, dexterity. Let's do knowledge and some more reason. Okay. Hearing footsteps behind you, you realize you're not the only student here. A girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she's getting closer. Attack boost, prep, stab, strong attack. Okay. Wait, what's that? Another steak knife. I have fucking 3 steak knives. Can I sell it? How do I sell stuff? Okay, Nicotine Rush. Gotham Knight comes out? Is that a Batman game, right? Gotham Knight. It has to be Batman. What's it about? Why don't you have a Pokemon? Oh, there you are. You're back. Building was supposed to be somewhere near the cliffs. You copy the mansion's photo from the newspaper and prepare to leave. I need stamina, dude. Okay, now I feel a little bit. Save food? Crab legs. A sudden growl from behind a corner makes you stop. Yeah, I'm pretty classy. What's your favorite food? There's only one problem. You will need a strong enough rope to enter the mansion through a high window. Price 2 funds. Damage 4. Sushi is really good. Ribs are amazing. And wings are amazing. Speed 75. Damage 3, speed 72. Chance to hit 40. Chance to hit 70. The knife is better. Wish I had 3 funds. Fuck. Let's just get that for now before we... Wait. Oh, give me money. Okay. Hardware shop. Crowbar? Ooh. Okay. I want this. You wouldn't know where to find a buyer for it. Oh. I don't know, dude. You enter the check out the masks. Resolve event. Sorry, TOS. You must find a key. Investigate the seaside location. Oh. Well, it's too late for that. Your friend has asked you to meet them at the certain secluded location. Getting there, you find a telescope with a note signed by your friend. The note tells you to look through the telescope. You want to play Lost Ark, but what? You don't see anything first. Then you notice it, a bloated body of Yolazish. It's getting closer. Jeez, look at that doom. It reminds me of like a HD World of Warcraft kind of thing. Suddenly, a wall in front of you withers and falls apart, revealing a hole-ridden monstrosity. Hole-ridden thing. Okay, good. At least it doesn't hit too bad. Okay. Stalker's Mask. What does this do? +1 damage against human enemies. You didn't have time to change equipment. You could probably play Lost Ark with them. Unless you feel like you wouldn't like it, and then maybe... Oh, what kind of games do they play then? Okay, cool. Can I level up yet? No. Despite your body's best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. There's not a lot of co-op. Oh, they play that type of game. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. Dexterity check success. When your fingers touch a stone, the symbols disappear. That's a good thing, right? Oof, okay. Book of Gore, what does this do? +3 reason and stamina, add a random injury. Okay. You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door to the study room opens with a creak. The dark, dusty room is empty, but something feels wrong. A faint draft, perhaps. You move the rotten carpet aside to reveal a secret passageway cut directly into the cliff rock. Following a strange song, you discover a hidden passage that leads you to an underground chamber connected to the sea. You can't find the source of the sounds, but then it hits you. The acoustics of this place make waves sound like the most beautiful serenade. Mesmerized, you step closer to the stone altar at the end of the room. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected with the mansion must have driven the family insane. With no connection to the outside world, they fed what they had, themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and the wet tracks found at the altar. Ending C. I'm trying to think of a game you guys could play together. Maybe like... Dagon? What is Dagon? Tell me about that game. Small key. Oh, Dagon. Better or worse than Left 4 Dead? Oh, it's open world. That actually sounds dope. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt had sent you a letter inviting you for a curious sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst that could happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Is someone waiting for you? Just when you thought your stomach couldn't... Okay. A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you, the inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands. They are so deformed that they resemble claws more than hands. Your group has arrived in the village and is currently unpacking at the inn, giving you some time to explore. The festival begins at the evening. To progress the mystery, choose actions that will advance the clock. Explore the weird village. Hot spring feels great. +2 stamina. Jeez, look at the doom. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. Few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something is wrong. It's getting late. Hey, could you help? I'm trying to solve a puzzle. No. 3 hooded figures are standing in the forest edge. One by one, they light the torches and disappear behind the trees. Who are they? They all wore masks. Should you follow them into the forest and try to find more information about the festival? You follow the faint sound to a telephone line pole. The moment you noticed giant hairy balls beneath it. Excuse me. Giant hairy balls. They start to twitch and rise. Titoru. Oh God, look at me. Okay. Shampoo prank? No. Could I go to the hospital? Is that a thing I can do? The trees overhead block the sunlight and you begin to feel gloomy. 98% doom. Pray. +5 XP. Going back to your inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They're talking about something awakening up next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. Festival is ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. To gain a new level, press the flashing button. Yakuza card? Is this only for this run? What is the shampoo prank? Spicy pizza? No, I haven't. Where have I been? Under a rock, apparently. And a tasty treat. Within the next 10 years, Earth is going to be devoured and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. Under the mysterious influence, the city's engulfed in chaos. All the eldritch magic made our planet a bright waypoint for a bloated old god. Damn, well hey, that was a pretty long run. You managed to solve 3 mysteries plaguing this town, you saw 17 new events, you encountered 5 new enemies, and you unlocked 1 new achievement. Nice. What should we play now? Okay. What should we play? Give me some hints here. Maybe I'll be back in like 10 minutes and decide and set stuff up. Maybe Monster Hunter. Thanks for stopping by, HTL. Have a good one. And please keep me company again sometime. No. No. I don't think I can stream that. I will get my account banned. But I'll be back in 10 if you want to tune in again. That'd be great. See ya.